Gonna try a slightly different angle today. It's the 6th of September, taxi vlog 270, the end of Labor Day week. Well, what's been going on is that I'm looking directly into the sun with rose-colored glasses. I don't think there's any significance in that. I just said it because it was true and what was happening. These things do have a kind of rosy tint to them, and I was looking directly into the sun. Pretty soon, as we are nearing the equinox, I will not be seeing the sun at all at the beginning of my shift. Well, right now it is about 6:45, so I'm a little on the late side to start. I should book on shit 25. There we go. Okay, let's see if it gives me a trip. If not, it doesn't. So on Monday I came out. Oh, I gotta change that too. Pardon me while I adjust the configuration. Put double height, and they turn the beeps on. I gotta turn the beeps off because I've said it many times before. You're probably aware that beeps drive me nuts. Can't stand beeps. Anything that goes beep, it bothers me. Okay, so now we fixed that. I was in such a rush to start video that I didn't set up the essentials first. Well, I'm second in 25, so I got some time, and I'll just head towards the part of town where I like to work, because around here it may take a lot longer to get something. And where I usually work, there is a mix of commercial and residential business. Around here it's all residential, and it's a sleepy part of town. It's Friday, the weather's not too bad. I guess people would be sitting in their backyards doing the barbecue thing and you know, having a few beers, whatever. So Labor Day, Monday, I came out, and it was not all that busy, but it was unusual in that people were not doing the usual things that they would normally do on a Monday. Maybe it looks better like this, I don't know, does it? I'll try that. People are doing the things that they don't usually do on Monday, like coming home from being away all week, and I just had some lucky fares, and I did well, and I was quite busy for most of it, so I took home a reasonable amount for a Monday, and I was not complaining at all. I even got to look at quite a bit of YouTube. Well, at some points it was quite busy. Anyways, the night turned out good. Tuesday the same. I didn't expect it to be busy on Tuesday, but Tuesday was not exactly busy. In fact, it looked quiet. There was not much traffic out. There were not too many people walking around, but I just lucked out and got a few longer than usual trips and connected, like, you know, get one from the Walmart area, or, you know, that part of Saanich where Douglas and Saanich Road come together, and you know, you get a fare from there going up to Gordon Head, and then connecting with the call from the university, which goes right back down to James Bay. Now, what are the chances of that? It's like immediately, you know, $40. Thank you. Oh shit, people are driving bad. Everybody's in the way of everyone else. Was that a ghost car on my side? I mean, the ghost of a car? I don't know. But it seemed to be that there was something right next to me there. A little bit too much traffic tonight. It's a Friday. But I usually make these on Friday night anyway, and we're looking directly at the sun once again with rose-colored glasses. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, I just got lucky. Got lucky and took home, you know, is this thing trying to give me a trip? Fuck. Can't believe that. Well, it will try again, I'm sure. Come on. Oh! Right back where I started. Okay, well, I might as well go get it. I hate that when it acknowledges you're in a certain part of town and then it doesn't move you to the next part of town where you're going. So now I'm going to have to go right back where I started. Okay, well, while I'm on my way to get this, I can still talk to you. So, then Wednesday was dead slow. It was not unusual to have an hour and a half or 2 hours between calls. There was nobody around. There was no traffic. There was nothing going on. Nothing. So then I waited and waited and waited, and at about 2:30 I fell asleep. And I slept till almost 4:30 when this thing went tick tick, as it did just moments ago, and it sent me on a call where I took this little girl downtown for like a $10 ride from the area where I usually work and where I read and where I watch videos and where I sleep and do everything else. I took this girl downtown, and when we were a block away from where we were going, somebody was waving at us. So anyway, I dropped the girl off and I just finished my paperwork, and this guy got in and he said that it's not like London, because in London there's always cabs going by. And I told him that it was a particularly slow, quiet night, and that this is why the whole town looks deserted and abandoned at the time. So yeah, then I went to fuel up, and I'm going, well, you know, $150 with $20 for fuel and $80 lease. I made $50 tonight. Big stinking whoop. Out here for 10 hours to make $50. Then just as I was putting the nozzle into where you fill up the gas tank, by some reason my window here was open, and I heard a tick tick. So immediately I reached in the window and I answered the call. I picked up these two old people who were going to catch a plane to Calgary. And when we got out there, the guy was disabled. He had like a oxygen machine. And when we got out to the airport, he paid with Taxi Savers, which is like a scheme where people get their cab rides for half price. So he paid with these Taxi Saver coupons $52 to get to the airport. So effectively I doubled my money just by having the window open and answering. And of course when I left town with those people, I left a quick text message to the day shift guy saying going airport. Came back and met him at 10 minutes to 6. And he said, you know what? I forgot to turn my phone on when I left home. And I said, lovely. There goes another car going from the direction where I was. You know, instead of dragging me back this way, they could have sent him. It would have been easier and faster for the customer. This dispatch system, there's too many things wrong with it. But hopefully these people don't mind waiting 5 whole minutes for their taxi. So then last night, the Thursday night, was looking very much the same as the Wednesday. It was quiet. Not quite as quiet, but almost as quiet. By 4 o'clock in the morning, I had $150, $170, maybe $180 on. It wasn't that bad. Then I got a call to a house, and it was one of those things where I was on call for about an hour and 3/4 doing multiple drug runs with this drug dealer all over town. And his girlfriend was sitting right behind me while he would go where he's going when we made our stops. And we had a chat with the drug dealer's girlfriend for a good hour and a half. And I got $85 for driving him around, so that really improved my night last night. And my philosophy on that is, you know, I don't care what you do. I'll take you where you're going, but what you do there is your own business, and I really don't care what you do. It's not me that's doing it. I'm just driving. So that's my philosophy on that. But now I'm coming close to where I have to go, so I'll tell you in the morning how the night went. Looks good. Okay, it's 5:30 in the morning. It was a busy night. From that first call, I didn't stop for most of the night. I was going. There was only there was no really dead time. There was one point where I got to read a little bit from a book. Yes, I'm still reading The Temporal Void by Peter F. Hamilton. I got about 110 pages left to go. It's been a busy enough week that I haven't had a chance to read. I didn't read much tonight at all. I read maybe 6 pages for the whole time, and that was catching half a page here and there. Mostly all I did was drive tonight. Yeah, it's 11 hours after. All I did was drive. All I did was work. I'm on my way back into town from the airport because I just had an airport run in the morning with some lady who's looking to move out here from Toronto. She was looking at some properties, and on and on. I told her what I thought of the place. Victoria is a town I love to hate. Anyway, there was one point where I guess it was around 1:30, and I got sent a long distance up into Gordon Head. So I went there, and I called, and I was told by a heavily accented voice that they will be coming out. So I'm waiting there in front of the house, and this really pretty girl comes out. She had shiny black hair, and she was a pretty little girl. And she said, "Can you wait a minute?" Okay. She went back in the house, and the front door was open. And I didn't hear anything. I was just sitting there, and the door was open. She, around 7 or 8 minutes later, she comes tiptoeing out, or actually running out, and asks me, she says she has 2 problems. One is that one person is going downtown, and 4 people are going to Tillicum. And I said, well, I can only take 4. I cannot take 5. So maybe the 4 people going to Tillicum can, you know, take another cab from the one person going to downtown. She says, but we don't have enough money for 2 cabs. I say, well, they're going in 2 different directions, so it would be a doubling back anyway. Anyway, you know, a bit of a language barrier, or maybe a culture barrier, or maybe not understanding how things work here, because where she's from, there's no limit to how many people you can pile into a cab. You just pile them in. But no. I explained to her that if I put more than 4 passengers in the car and I get stopped by a policeman, I can lose my permit. The other thing that can happen is even worse. If we are involved in an accident and I am overloaded, then my insurance is void, because the insurance papers stipulate that, you know, you have to be operating the taxi within certain guidelines, and overloading the taxi is not the way to operate it. All you need is some stupid little fender bender, and then somebody to claim whiplash or something, and then my customers are not covered, and I'm not covered, and then I, you know, end up working the rest of my life just to make up for this. So no, I will not take more than 4 passengers. So she went back in the house for 10 minutes. I'm going, this is a busy night. And she's wasting my time. Finally she comes out, she says, can you take me downtown now? And call another cab for my 4 friends. Okay. I called another cab, and the 4 of us, and I took the girl downtown. On the way downtown, she said, well, I'm not really going downtown. I'm going to somewhere else. I said, okay, so where are you going? And she told me she's going to Fairfield. Now, had she told me originally that she was going to Fairfield, I would have gone a different way, and it would have cost less than the way we ended up going. See where I mean that she doesn't know quite the way things go? She wanted to go downtown to Yates Street, and then she was going to walk to Fairfield. Now, had I gone directly to Fairfield from where we were, actually directly to the address she was looking for, it would have cost her less than it ended up costing her. And I gave her about 6 or 7 blocks for free because I felt sorry for her that she didn't have enough money. Turns out she paid with a credit card. And she tipped me. Why did I give her the break for $6? Well, I think, or 6 blocks, I think that karma has helped. Instant karma has helped. I had a few good fares after dropping her off. And I'm just on my way back from the airport. $60 fare from the bottom of James Bay right up to the departure gate. Nice way to end the night. See, I don't even look tired, I don't think, because I'm energized by the night that I had. This is like old times. I grossed $500 tonight. This is like the old times. Well, I've pretty much said everything I was going to say when I was out on the road, except that hope yours is better than mine.